What's up guys, Coverage Genius here, back again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about something that is pretty important for those of you who are homeowners or those of you who are about to purchase a home. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so before you start rolling your eyes and switching off to another video, I just beg of you to stick around for at least a couple minutes so you can learn about why it's important to have a home insurance and why you need it to protect you and your loved ones. All right, so let's get started. Why do you need home insurance? Well, if you own a home or if you're about to purchase one, you're gonna want insurance to protect your asset. For most of you, owning a home is going to be your largest asset that you ever have in your lifetime. For most of us who have a mortgage on our home or are about to close on a mortgage, our mortgage companies are going to require us to have home insurance in place to protect their interest, right? If we were to experience a total loss, like my home were to go up in flames, the mortgage company wants to protect the remaining debt that's on the home at least, right? It's just like when you finance or lease a car. Your lender holds a lien on your house until you pay off what you owe them. So to safeguard their interest in your property, which is really their property, they want some sort of security interest in place, and that's what the home insurance policy does. It provides them with the security that in case you experience a total loss to your home, they're protected. They will be able to get their money back. So the next question is, well, how much coverage do I need? Now, each lender has their own requirements, so the amount of coverage that lenders will require will vary. But typically, they'll want coverage in place, the amount of coverage in place to cover them in the case there is a total loss to your home. And usually, most lenders will require first-time home buyers to pay their home insurance up front. So basically, you'll purchase your home insurance, you'll get the mortgage clause and the loan number, you'll add that to your insurance policy, and then after your insurance is bound, you'll get a declarations page or some sort of evidence of insurance showing that the mortgage company is placed as an additional interest on your insurance, and you'll come to closing with that document along with a paid in full receipt. Okay, so now that we know a little bit of why we need insurance, I think the next logical question would be, how much coverage do we need? Okay, so the first thing that we need to cover is your property and your belongings, which means the better your coverage, the less out-of-pocket expense that you're gonna have to pay to get back to where you were before the tragedy took place. The second thing to mention is that you want to also protect yourself and your loved ones. You need enough liability coverage to protect yourself and the members of your household from any lawsuits that might arise due to your negligence or your household members' negligence, or even events on your property where someone were to get hurt or injured. And thirdly, we want to remember that we want to meet the lender requirements. The lender is going to impose on you that a certain amount of dwelling cost is required on your home. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the different types of coverages that are on the home insurance policy. And usually they're broken down by letters. Coverage A, B, C, D, E, and so forth. There are some companies, some insurance companies that have made up their own letter system, but usually it goes from coverage A, B, C, D, E. Those are the primary coverages. And so let's go into a little more detail of what those coverages are. Coverage A. Coverage A covers the damage that happens to your house. Usually this will be a large amount. It's what we call a face amount. And this face amount is the total amount of money that the maximum amount of money that you can get from an insurance carrier when you experience a loss. Very simple. Coverage B refers to other structures. other structures that are on your property, such as maybe you have a shed in the backyard, or maybe you have a detached garage. These are other structures that are not connected physically to your home, and if you were to experience damage to them, there will be a dollar value amount for coverage B. Coverage C refers to personal property. What's personal property? It's the stuff that you own, right? It could be your clothing, it could be your furniture, it could be your appliances, things that are of personal property nature to you. Coverage D is additional living expense. This covers you in the case where, let's say for example, you experience a loss at your home where you're living, and it's unlivable for a certain period of time because it needs to be repaired or rebuilt or whatever. Coverage D is going to cover you up to the limit to place you to cover your cost of you having to live somewhere else while your home is being repaired or your home is being rebuilt. Basically, it's the normal standard living for you and your family when you can't live in your house due to a covered loss. Coverage E is personal liability coverage. This coverage protects you from claims arising from accidents to others while they're on property that you own or rent. With a few exceptions, such as auto, it basically is an all-purpose liability policy that follows you wherever you go. And finally, there's coverage F, which is medical expense. This covers you in the case that someone is on your property and is injured by you or your household or your pets. You, as the insured, are covered for their medical expenses. This coverage is limited to a certain amount per person per accident. So here's my advice to you on some of these coverages and what you should get, all right? For coverage A, you always want to get replacement cost. You never want to get actual cost. If you choose actual cost instead of replacement cost, the insurance company is going to only pay you for the actual cost of your loss. So always choose replacement cost. Some companies even offer guaranteed replacement cost or extended replacement cost. I advise my clients to always choose one or the other. It doesn't cost that much more money in premium, and either one is guaranteed or one you're getting 25% more of what the replacement cost is on your insurance policy. The second thing I'd like to point out is coverages B, C, and D are usually set. Each insurance company has their own formula to arrive at certain limit value monetary limits, and usually B, C, and D, those monetary limits are set in stone. Like, you can't change them. So sometimes you may experience personal property coverage C at being, $200,000, and you'll say to yourself, "Oh, I don't have $200,000 worth of stuff." Well, for that insurance company, it pretty much doesn't matter. That's an included limit value that they're going to provide to you based on the dwelling limit, coverage A, that you have on the policy. So finally, I'm just going to talk about coverage E, personal liability, and coverage F, medical expenses. Basically, here's what I recommend, okay? Get the maximum amount of coverage that the insurance carrier offers to you. Why? Because it's not going to have a drastic effect on your premium. It may increase your premium by $20, $30, $40 for the year. I think it's worth it to get that much extra coverage for that value. I mean, it's really nothing, right? You're really not paying anything that much to get that extra value coverage. Most companies offer coverage E as with a limit of $500,000. I've seen companies that offer $1 million though. Take the maximum amount. You'd be surprised at how many people think they are saving money by choosing the lowest limits. That, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'll just choose $100,000 of personal liability and $1,000 in medical expenses. But look, why are you buying insurance? You're buying insurance to protect yourself in case something tragically happens, right? Insurance is a backup plan just in case the worst happens, right? I hope and pray to God, I knock on wood, that nothing will ever happen to you. But we always want to be sure. We always want to have a plan B, a plan C in place. Why not pay a little bit more to get that much more amazing coverage? All right, guys, so that's the video for today. It was pretty short, right? And I think you learned something. You learned about home insurance, you learned about why it's important, and you learned about the different coverages on a home insurance policy. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you sticking with me, listening to me talk about some of the things that I enjoy talking about. This channel is all about that. I like to talk about things that spark my interest, like insurance, like finance, like real estate, like products that I really enjoy, like tech, and also current events that are going on. So thanks for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you soon. Coverage Genius, I'm out. See ya.